Good day everyone. Today is our panel forum wherein there will be discussions. Each person will discuss their assigned topics from freedom of expression and censorships, privacy and security, surveillance and data retention, and e-pollutants from e-waste. And we're going to start with freedom of expression and censorships. Sit down, please.
Good day everyone. So I would like to share to all of you my topic regarding freedom of expression and censorship. Okay. Under international human rights conventions, all people are guaranteed the right for free expression. However, with a shift to communicating through letter, newspapers, and public meetings to electronic communication and online networking, I need to look into how this new means modifies the understanding of freedom of expression and censorship. The Universal Declaration or UN of Human Rights provides that everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, likewise the right to freedom of opinion and expression. However, there are practices that violate this provision in the use of internet. So here are some three examples of some violation of freedom of expression. First, individual rights are given up in order to have access to electronic networks. Microsoft networks controls provide protection of individual life, upload or otherwise make available files that contain images, photographs, or other materials protected by intellectual property laws, including but not limited to copyright or trademark laws, unless you own or control the rights, therefore, or have received all necessary consents to do the same. However, Microsoft reserves the right in its sole discretion to terminate access to any or all MSN sites or services. Second, censorship. Censorship refers to the transmission of information by blocking it or filtering the information. Blocking is preventing access to whole areas of internet based upon the blacklist of certain internet address. Location or email addresses, while filtering is setting the packets of data or messages as they move across computer networks and eliminating those considered undesirable materials. Selection of sites that are blocked or filtered has been considered as an issue. Third, defamation action may be used to silence critics. The action differs the freedom of expression. So, that's all about my topic about freedom of expression and censorship.
Okay. I have a question. In your own opinion, what does it mean to have a freedom of speech?
Yes. Freedom of speech, I do believe, based on my experience, or it is very mean to me as a human being, because each of us have the rights to express our opinion, to share our opinion, or to express other people what we wanted to share, or what we wanted to we wanted to do them about our feelings or about our ideas.
Okay, thank you. And second is security and privacy, please. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, I'm here your friend to discuss about privacy and security. So, first, what is privacy and security? So, privacy relates to any rights you have to control your personal information and how it used. Security, on the other hand, refers on how your personal information is protected. So, privacy and policies are an issues. Most commercial sites have a privacy policy. So, when someone uses a site and clicks I agree button, it is used as if you have to turn over private information to any authority that may access it. So, there are the several large number of people at a high speed. So it is important to ensure that information will be used for purposes for which it was gathered and will not be disclosed for other without consent of the individuals. And why is there a need for privacy and security? So for me, we need to, in our life, so we need to privacy and security because privacy rights ensure we have to control our data. If it use your data, so you should have control over it. Your privacy right dictate that your data can only be used in ways you agree that you can access any information. So about yourself. So if you didn't have the control, you would feel helpless. So that's all. Thank you, ma'am. So our third is surveillance and intervention, please.
Good day once again, everyone. My topic is surveillance and data retention. When we say surveillance, according to Merriam Dictionary, the act of carefully watching someone or something, especially in order to prevent or detect a crime. It's like, for example, when you are a suspected person, then you will be surveillanced by the police. So another example, the government surveillance. There will be a surveillance of terrorists. So in other words, surveillance is like just an observations between each persons. So we go now to data and data retention. Data retention, when you say retention, it is something to keep someone or something in private. Just like private data, private information. This will be called data retention because you are keeping some private documents in that person or my documents. So that will be called as data retention. Now, another example. You have a Facebook account. I have the right to keep my Facebook account, and I have the right to not to spread my account so that my privacy will be on my own. So that's all for my discussion about surveillance and data retention.
Thank you. I have a question for you. How useful is surveillance?
When we say surveillance, it's like what I said earlier that it is to we use surveillance in terms of close watch, keep over someone or something, and you are just like a detective. So that's all.
Thank you, sir. And our next is a pollutants from e-waste.
So, good day everyone. So, my topic is e-pollutant from e-waste. A large amount of e-waste is generated by us. These are in particular terminal equipments used for computing, broadcasting, and the peripherals. The accumulated e-waste is due to rapid turnover of equipment due to the rapid improvement of software, while material waste can be destroyed by crushing. Toxic materials brought about by the different equipment requires. At mass management, the quantities of e-waste are increasing in both developed and developing countries. A very dismal state is that there is a significant amount of electronic waste that has been shipped from industrial countries to developing countries, using less environmentally responsible procedure. Remedies include standardization and regulatory measures to increase the life cycle of equipment before they become obsolete, efficient destruction of toxic components, and requiring recycling by both consumer and equipment vendors or sealing must be required. If not controlled, then e-waste will seriously affect climate change, damage human lives, and overload the capacity of the earth in ways or increase.
My question is, why e-waste is being accumulated?
It's because of due to the rapid turnover of equipment and due to the rapid of improvement of software. While material waste can be destroyed by crushing, toxic materials brought about by the different equipment requires utmost.
Thank you, ma'am, sir, everyone. So, any clarifications? Any questions? So, so far. So, this is the, I think this is the end of our discussion. So, thank you for listening, and that's all.
Good day once again, and this is the summarization of all the discussed issues. So the first issue is the freedom of expression and censorship. Freedom of expression is a guarantee to all people. The UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that everyone is entitled to freedom of thought in science and religion, as well as freedom of thought and expression. Practices in internet use are, however, in violation of these provisions. This includes personal rights to access electronic and media, censorship limits information transferred by blocking or filtering information, and smear actions may be used to silence critics. Censorship is a key element of information transmission. This detracts from freedom of speech. And in the second issue, privacy and security. The privacy of various types exists. This includes the right of individuals not to impair their own privacy or personal life to protect themselves against interfering with telephone or internet communication and to ensure that information is solely for the purpose for which it has been gathered and is not shared without the individual's consent. And for the issue number 3, the surveillance and data retention, the data surveillance exists in a new strong form of direct supervision. Use of personal data to monitor the activities of a personnel while retaining data storage and use of information from the system. Go under oversight means changing working methods to make monitoring difficult to prevent. And lastly, the issue number 4, which is the e-pollutants from e-waste. ICT generates large quantities of e-waste. The accumulated e-waste is caused by rapid equipment turnover, thanks to rapid software of improvements, unless controlled. E-waste have a huge impact on climate change, damage human lives, and surcharge the Earth's capacity to transport solid waste. But measures are available to enhance the life cycle of equipment before they become outdated, including standardization and regulatory measures. There must be an effective extraction and recycling of toxic components by both consumers and equipment sellers. That's all, and